In this household, the dog gets the bed and the human gets the floor. That's why I'm taking this video from here. Anyway, so it's almost like my dog knows I'm recording. It's kind of freaky. You can go back to doing what you were doing. Don't be shy. One of my New Year's resolutions was to document my life more. If you guys don't know who I am, because I never sit down and talk with you, I'm Camille. I make the singing videos you see on my channel or TikTok page, depending on where you're watching this. But recently I did one of these CapCut templates where you can play back your life when you select like the 10 different clips, and there's a cute little artsy song playing in the background, and you can see your year in review. And I posted one of those, you might have seen it. I'm like probably at least 10 of those views, because watching it back just made me really happy and made me realize, I guess, how much of a good year I had. And it also made me kind of regret that I didn't document more what I did in my life this year. I'm trying to get this weird balance of living in the moment and not being attached to my phone, but I feel like that also made me miss out on reliving some of my best moments. So I'm gonna try like video vlogging. I've been journaling for years, and that was a way of me kind of documenting my life, and that has its value too, but I think with a video, you can see, more of the energy you carried and how you've grown in the past year. You can almost sense sort of like a presence with the visual form versus the written form. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. I wanted to vlog today specifically because this is probably gonna be one of my last studio sessions, wrapping up Saving Grace, which is the first song I've gone into the studio to record, not the first song I've written. I wrote that back in July, and it's now December 27th. What is time? I don't know what day it is, but it's December that I'm finally finishing this song. I didn't realize how much effort went into finishing just one song. So mad respect to people like Taylor Swift who crank out like 2 albums in the span of 1 year. That's kind of insane. And it took me an entire year to finish the song, but it's my first one. So maybe we get faster with time. It's also kind of expensive though, but 100% worth it. I'm in a sense kind of excited and also sad because it feels like the end of an era. I've like really grown with this song, and I'm already, I feel like, a very different person now than I was when I wrote it. And so it's like I'm almost singing from an entirely different perspective. Saving Grace, which will be hopefully coming out in the next month or two after I post this, I wrote it mostly about an ex I had where I felt like I wasn't myself when I was in that relationship, and I almost created this alternate persona of what I perceived to be the perfect girlfriend, and I like pulled myself back from doing all the things that I wanted to do because I thought I'd get made fun of for it and I'd be lame and corny. And then as soon as I like got out of that relationship, it's kind of like I went crazy. It's like I'm gonna do everything that not only I told myself I couldn't do, but you said I couldn't do, and everyone else around me said I couldn't do. That was I Got Bangs, which I thought at the time looked really good, but I kind of regret now. And I started this music journey. I started taking singing lessons, started writing guitar, started really going for all of my goals and dreams, even though they seemed kind of outlandish at the time. And now at the time of, recording this, today I'm going in to do some background vocals, sit in on the mixing and the mastering, and then in 2 weeks I'll be doing the photo shoot for Saving Grace. So I'm really excited about that. I really feel like I'm living my 8-year-old dream. I wanted to be like Hannah Montana so bad, and this song, ironically enough, sounds like something Hannah Montana would write. The little cutscenes where she goes, ooh, yeah. I threw a little bit of in there unconsciously, but it's kind of funny. It's like if Hannah Montana and Paramore made a baby. But I've done my vocal warm-ups this morning, did my workouts, walked the little baby up there, drinking some tea to keep my voice warm, and we're gonna go into the session and wrap everything up. So maybe I'll record a little bit after and talk about how I felt. Now I look good, I feel great, I'm gonna rub it in your face. 'cause all your lies and hate made me grow. Since you left, big mistake, I'm gonna rub it in your face, 'cause the gift of this heartbreak is my saving grace. Oh, 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 yeah. Try that. Bangin', bangin', something like that. Yeah. What rhymes with bangin'? So bangin'. Hangin'. Rangin'. Krangin'. We might just have to go with bangin'. What if we had a shouty quality to that too, almost? Not as much as like dead weight, but so bangin'. Oh, I'm back from the studio session. I think it went really well. I'm actually really excited. I get the mix tomorrow, so that's when I'll listen back and decide if, which harmonies to keep, which to remove. I had my friend Jessie come in to help me with one of the parts of the song that I'm really excited about. I was really nervous coming into this last session because I don't harmonize in my singing. I'm like really insecure about that, but I'm not a harmonizer, but there's luckily, I'm not going to gatekeep. There's technology today where you can pencil in some of the harmonies and you can figure out what you want to sing. So this being my first time in the studio and first time finishing a song up in the studio, I'm like really pleased with the results and the tuning. I don't know, I've had this weird love-hate relationship with the song ever since I got the demo back, just because I felt like I gave my all on the vocals, but it just wasn't sounding quite right to me and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I found out today it's because, my producer Matt, he messed the vocals up just a little bit he pitched it to the wrong key. And it's like more so because 9 out of 10 people sing a little flat when they first come into the studio, and I'm, I guess, the weird case where I sing higher. What's the word? I can't remember. Sharp. I sing a little sharper, especially when I'm going for high notes. I don't really know why that is. I'm still trying to work around it. So that affected the vocal tuning a little bit. But the point of the story is we were able to go back in and bring some of those notes back down to where they are. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of outing myself now by basically saying I don't sing completely in tune. I know most of your favorite singers will be like, I sing every note perfectly, no pitch correct needed. No, I will fully admit I need some pitch correcting here and there. And that's okay. I'm not ashamed of it. But yeah, he was able to bring the tuning back to what it was supposed to be, and I was a lot happier with it. And then I did some harmonies and some little cute ad-libs. But there was one thing I'd do differently, knowing what I know now, is that I'd mess around with the demo at home and try and come up with my own harmonies and ad-libs so I'd have a better idea of what I'd want to do in the studio. Coming up with it on the spot, especially when you're doing it in front of people, it's like the pressure is on. I don't know, they're really supportive, so they made me feel comfortable just kind of trying out ideas and throwing things out there, seeing what worked and what didn't, and I'm really happy with what we came up with. But probably for the next song that I go in, I'm going to probably practice some ad-libs and harmonies at home just so I have a better idea of what I want to do when I get into the studio, and it doesn't feel like so much pressure to come up with the ideas on the spot. And I know a lot of people like writing that way. Some people like to just go in there sometimes with only half of the song written and write the bridge on the spot. I don't know that I do well with that kind of pressure. I'm a project manager in my day job, so I like to have a plan, not just at my job but in life. But anyway, I think it overall went well. That calls for a celebration meal. I just had a cute little muffin in the morning. I can't eat a lot when I'm nervous, so I try to keep it light, but now I'm fully going ham on the Christmas leftovers I have in the fridge. And then I'll probably chill for about an hour before I pick up my dog from daycare. I took him there so that he wouldn't be alone while I was in the studio figuring out what I wanted this song to be like. And after that, I'll probably just work on my vision board for the new year. You'll probably see me listening to the mix tomorrow.